finally, I'm going to address my thoughts on a possible ban list here. So make sure you guys slam that like button so you don't miss out on more excellent content. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is probably going to be a very boring little discussion here because you guys have heard a lot of this. But there's not a lot that needs to happen, but there are things that do need to happen in today's ban list. So let's dig on into this, shall we? First up, we're going to talk about virtual world, though. And I personally think that we need to just axe True King of all calamities. I agree with Firewall, right? Everybody for the last 3 lists has known that this has been an oppressive engine, all right? Like, I'm so sick of the whole interaction with this right now. It'd be great if I could impermanent, all right? Like, if I could, like, drop it without discarding a trap card. The problem right now is the trap card allows them to pop the True King of all calamities, which means that, oh, poop! I can't do anything about it because it's off the field, all right? Like, it creates a level of interaction and unfair gameplay in the paradigm of, oh, I can't negate it. If we could actually, like, have Imperm running around in the format and have this be an actual viable strategy to stop it the way it was meant to be, then we wouldn't have as much of an issue. It's because the trap does interact in the way it does. There's that. Now, there's my favorite part of the day where it's like, Konami doesn't want to hit it. The only other viable option I would say that you want to go for would be Cloud Castle here. Now, Cloud Castle's been reviving level 9 synchro, it revives level 9 anything from the graveyard, alright? And then it snaps its fingers together and it goes, form up, True King of all calamities. It is the extender for this big play. And I do agree that Cloud Castle isn't going to be the optimal hit, but it's one of those, if Konami wants to dodge, you know, the entire little paradigm of hitting True King of all calamities, I don't think it's the best thing to do. Konami's also got the approach, what is it? Lulu is the searcher you can go after. I don't think the Lulu is the right hit either, but Konami has surprised me countless times after another that they will sometimes just ignore the problem and go after things. So that's my little hint talk at whole virtual world. Next up, Drytron. We're going to put Ben 10 to 1. Now, as much as everybody else and their mother really wants to see, I've heard 0 to 1 on Ben 10, all right? And I understand, community. I do. If we could slap a once per turn clause on Ben 10, we wouldn't have a single issue. All right, I get it. All right, I wish we could errata cards to fix problems, but we just can't do that. All right, it's not how Konami works. All right, I say put Ben 10 to 1 because we're still going to let the deck functionally resolve and do what it wants to do. Oh, but Robbie, no, we want Ben 10 to stick around to 3. And I'm like, you're a satanic person, all right? The next hit we go after is what? Nova? You limit Nova to 1, and at that point in time, you're like, oh yeah, so we've limited Nova. We've hurt the special summon consistency of this deck. We did it. We fixed the problem. Really? Putting Nova to 1 dodges the bullet once again. We're like, oh, look, Ben 10 everywhere. Come on, guys. Be realistic at this point in time, all right? I don't think that Konami's going to go after Nova. It's too new, all right? They've told us or shown us in the past that they're going to go after the legacy level support to fix things, and they can still get reprint monetization off of Ben 10. All right, why would Konami shoot themselves in the legs as a company when they can just produce the free money right now off of, you know, leaving Nova and hitting the Ben 10? But hey, we're probably going to hit one of the two to some degree. All right, that's agreeable. All right, now, no genius in the universe could predict this one. All right, Firewall Dragon is coming back to 1. All right, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to tell you the Ghost from the Past is going to be rolling on around here in April. You're going to see the Firewall Dragon errata make this card be a little bit more fair. All right, and with that being said, just a little bit more chill than it actually already was. I'm actually personally really looking forward to seeing this card comeback because adding nesters get a nice little boost. You guys know how happy I have been being like, oh, come on, adding nester support. Come on, baby. So now we just need Heat Soul. So the errata Firewall Dragon effectively makes him a little shrimpy boy. He's not going to be doing much of anything right now. I think that that's going to be probably the biggest push that we're going to need just to make this deck just a little bit better. All right, so if you're a candidate for loving Firewall Dragon as much as I am in its previous form, I hated that card. It's actually kind of nice to have it. Next up on the list here, I need to talk about Zexal. For those of you that are wandering around right now, you're like, oh yeah, Zexal's coming out very soon. Now recently, the OCG took Zexal out back and they, put it down like Old Yeller, and it was really sad. They had the entire Numeron engine. They were doing weird things with this, but something weird happened before that. They announced all of this new support for Arc V. Now, you know what that? Oh, Zexal support. So we got all this huge Utopia support coming out of the woodwork here. So I almost kind of wonder if this isn't going to be one of those preemptive hits. Now, I don't think as of making this video that Zexal should go for being a troublesome card in the format. It is VFD level annoying at points in time, I understand that. But you can at least impermanent gamma it, do other things to it, while other certain cards in the format aren't really that much. So I'm almost wondering if Konami might be worried about like a Zexal level interaction with this card, that they would preemptively want to strike it down. I really don't think that they should approach it that way, but once again, as we've said previously in this video, Konami does like to surprise us. Please put LP to 0. I'm so sick of this, man. I'm going to be honest with you here. Dragon Link, you're getting the new structure deck, all right? LP's been causing so many problems. I know I'm a Dragon Maid player. I know I love the deck. I know that LP makes that deck better. But for the sake of Dragon in general, please, just put LP to 0. The card is hindering future card design, all right? Like, when you have something that just is this generic causing this many problems, please, for the love of God, take care of it, all right? Pisty's at least fine. Like, we need to just get rid of LP, man. Come on! This card has been around for far longer than it actually needed to be at this point in time. Just get rid of it. Come on! Alright, now, I need to be that guy. I need to talk about Dragoon. Alright, so I know. Dragoon... my whole reasoning for wanting Dragoon gone... Well, Robbie! You see... Konami's not going to ban Dragoon because they haven't cashed in on the reprint equity of it. Alright, you're just a salty player that loses to Dragoon all the time. Get good at the game, scrub. When you lower the ceiling, when you take care of Drytron, when you take care of Virtual World, when you take care of Eldritch, you're going to see something interesting. You're going to see, oh, look, Zexal's running around again. You're going to see Dragoon packages being more troublesome to the metagame. Alright, with that being said, though, depending on when Konami wants to knock out the ceiling, where they want to knock out the ceiling. Well, Robbie, you don't know what you're talking about, stupid duelist. Chill. I think for the advancement of the metagame, Dragoon does need to be checked, whether or not now or later. Alright? Now, the other big thing on this list, we need to get rid of Eldelixir, put it to 1. I have been an advocate for the Curse Eldland hit, just slap it on the wrist like the OCG did, but they put Eldland to 2, LOL. It did nothing, but Eldelixir, limiting it to some degree, whether it be 2 or 1, you do hit the consistency on Eldritch, which basically does what you want it to do. It allows the metagame to kind of thrive and adapt to a degree. Alright, and I do think that that's a very interesting chance for the metagame. Now, one other thing I want to talk about, and I don't think this card needs to be hit at all, it's Zeus. I've been hearing a lot of people actually complaining about Zeus. This is hilarious to me, by the way. People are like, Zeus needs to be hit. Like, So once per turn, homie. Like, if the game's going back and forth and you're getting to make you're stacking a Zeus on top of a Zeus on top of a Zeus, like, haven't you already won? Like, isn't that mission accomplished? Like, you did it, right? And then the other big thing is, like, what? Dynamite and hitting, what? Or letting True King's Return come back? Sure. Let them have it. So, still no engage, by the way. Sad. Everybody's expecting this list to be relatively small, but, like, I do think that we need to do something to clean up what is left here. So, yeah, I know Adam Emancipator's still running around. I know that we could have hit Borreload Savage. Imagine banning Borreload Savage right now. You know how many people would like, it'd be hit of the air. They'd be like, well, why? It's just Omni Negate. And be like, didn't see that one coming, but they're not going to do that. Alright, so it's an interesting place. It depends on what Konami wants to spin the format wheel and where we're going to end up. So, make sure you guys slam that like button so you don't miss out on more excellent content. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on in the day with some more excellent content. I am so tired. Peace out.
Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCool40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCool40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcoolgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.